Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for an upper body day, and I decided to do all this roll. I'm like, let's go ahead and do flat back benching, flat back, flat foot, wide grip, no wrist wraps, no belt, and let's work on some top sets with 315 and see if we can get this up. Now I managed to get 4 today on this. Of course, my lifetime best on camera was 8 last year, with an arch, closer grip, belt, wrist wraps, all that stuff. So for me to get 4 with this, being a bit lighter, bit leaner, super happy with that. So what I think I'm going to do for a while, I'm going to take my big 4 lifts, and I'm going to do some heavy top sets, and I'm going to just kind of work with very specific weights and just try to get really good at mastering reps with these weights, and then we're going to do volume work afterwards. So heavy work then pump work, pretty much what I've been doing, but I think for the pump work I'm going to go a little lighter than I have been the last week or two. All right, there's no reason for me to not try to get 10 reps on all that stuff. Perfectly reasonable. So that's exactly what I did. So the same thing with the chins. My max reps has not gone up with that. I was doing sets of 6, and I have not been able to get 7. So I went ahead and did a top set with the 45-pound plate again, and pretty much got to 6, and then I just stuck at the bottom. So that's pretty much my rep max. Even though I can replicate it for several sets, it's my rep max. So on the bench after that, I decided let's go ahead and try to get at least 10 reps with 245. It's always a little fatiguing for me to do rep work on bench after the heavy top sets. So I'm pretty happy with it. The second set of 10 though, it felt like a 0 rep in reserve. Like this first set, you can tell I have a rep left. And I went ahead and did chins in between, and I managed to get 10 to 12. After doing 6 with the 45, I grabbed a 10. Of course, my scale weight should be coming down just a little bit. I've cut sodium back down in my diet, up in the protein. So I think we'll see a little bit of a change there. So these are going to be my big 4, though. Again, squat, bench, deadlift, chins. It's going to be the foundation of my training again for a while. And again, we're going to try to just get really, really good at these, and then I'm going to fill in the gaps. So what does that mainly mean? Probably lower back work and stuff. So reverse hypers, more arm work. Arm work is going to be a big priority still, right? Arm work is going to be a big priority. So we are going to continue to do very strict curls. And I'm going to do laying extensions. You guys will see what I did a little bit different today with the laying extensions. So for the benching here, I guess I was pretty fatigued from that 315 top set. And again, like I said, I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with the fact that I was able to get 4 today, considering the complete lack of equipment, the lack of arch, using the real wide grip, because again, that's really what my chest needs. Right? It's really what my chest needs. So again, I feel like it's better overall muscle builder, and then I can just do extra tricep work, right? Because triceps, again, biceps, triceps are going to get a high priority here. But that set was hard. I did not have another rep left. The chins, though, I'm like, let me try to take that first set. I felt like I left a rep in reserve. The first set of 10. So I'm like, let me see if I can get more on this set. And I managed to squeeze out 12. So a final set, it's a weighted chin, granted that's only a 10-pound, little 10-pound bumper. But the fact that it's weighted, and I got 12 reps, pretty happy with that. And the thing is that, again, people will notice I'm not really stronger on chin-ups versus wide grip pull-ups, which is funny because most people are way stronger on chins. The difference is my back. Look at the size of my back. My back is big and strong. My arms are lacking. So for me, I don't really get more than about an extra rep or so performance out of doing a chin versus the true wide grip pull-up. So again, tells us that the biceps need more work. So my triceps hurt doing these, by the way. My triceps pretty much have DOMs right now, 7 days a week. That's one of the things I'm noticing, but I don't want to take this stuff out because it's working so effectively. But I did change it a little. I'm using enough weight on these, like when I throw a 45 onto that easy bar, it is kind of a pain to get it into position. So I'm like, let me just set my bench up and just do these with a straight bar, do it with a narrow grip, see if I can find a way to get in here and do it. All I had to do was slide the bench further out. I can just go around the back. Then I can use these to do it. Makes it way easier to get into position. Then I can just focus on the set. right? And then I have to worry about racking and unracking. I went up 10 pounds on these because I managed to get like 12 to 14 last time. Trying to do these strict as possible, doing full range of motion, bringing it up to my face, trying to stay real strict. As much as I love cheat curls, I feel like right now, because I'm doing heavy chins, I don't know that I need cheat curls right now. I really want these to be strict. My biceps need the work, and I've been getting bicep DOMs from these stricter curls after chins. And again, I'm not saying that DOMs is something we need to have, but it's definitely indicative that I'm working something different. Okay. So I managed to get 12 on all 3 sets, right? Doing them strict in that last rep because I know I don't really have another rep in reserve. I'm trying to slow it down a little bit on the eccentric. I did use these lighter. I've been doing technically 108 with the easy bar, but I'm not quite used to this setup, so I dropped down to 95 and I got 12, and then I managed to squeeze out 13. I'm like, I know I've got another rep. I need to push these a little harder. And I almost don't want to bring the weight up on these right now. I'd love to get this to 135, but my triceps hurt so bad just from doing these all the time. Okay, my triceps are on fire. Even when I do these, the very first rep, I feel it. And at first I thought it was me getting tendonitis at the elbow because I feel it on the lower head. But it's no, even the lateral head of my triceps hurts. And it's just because of the load on that. It's that stretch overload. But again, at least I know my triceps are getting hammered hard. And the benching is coming up, even though I'm doing a chest dominant benching. It's coming back up. So even though I'm about to start getting leaner again, I want the body fat to start coming down. Got to continue to tighten that midsection up. I do need to continue to bring the arms up. Now, I'm not going to throw any shoulder work in. I've been doing a little bit of the laterals, but I'm at a point where I don't feel like I need delts. Like when you guys see me turn to some of the sides, you see my delts even there. I don't really need delt work right now. All this other stuff is doing it. Arms need to be a priority. So if I'm going to really isolate anything, it needs to be biceps and triceps. I'll let all the other stuff handle my shoulders for now. Again, trying not to go crazy on the volumes. I like being able to recover all the time. And I feel like the only thing that's not recovering is my triceps. But like I said, this last set, we did really good here. Did really good. And of course, and I always want another exercise. I feel like just these 4 would make my upper body go really good, but I do like to throw something else at the end. And I think I said the other day, if I were to add one more lift to what I was calling a big 5 for most people, what would it be? I'm like a pullover. I feel like even the pullover could be a big 5, right? So I ended up deciding to do really heavy pullover today, and I only did 1 set. I'm like, maybe I should work that up. I might add more volume on that. But I'm like, I went the heaviest I've gone on the pullover. And when I did heavy before, I found I've got to really watch my position on the bench to not slide off. But I got it in a good spot today. Of course, we do our last set of curls here. This set was the failure for me. So again, I always slow it down at the end and then realize I can't get another rep at the bottom. But again, biceps and triceps were just lit. They were lit. And again, I'm going to deprioritize my lats a little bit. I think at this point in the game, just doing the chins for my lats is enough. My back is dominant, and on camera it looks like one thing, but I've been told again multiple times, this is more people over the years now. It's not just one person now telling me that in person I'm disproportionate, that my lats are so big that it's freakish. And on camera, I mean, they obviously look big, but I guess it's different. So in that case, it's really the arms need to be a priority. Like I've had someone say, it's to the point where even as I get leaner, it may hurt my aesthetics. So pullovers, again, I decided to do these with 2 plates. I managed to squeeze out 12 reps. Again, what are we getting here? We're getting the whole torso, even the shoulders, pecs, lats. I feel a lot in my pecs and I feel a lot in the triceps on this. So that's going to be, again, another tricep movement. It's going to make sure my long head gets fully developed. It's helped with my shoulder mobility. This is what's allowed me to start doing chin-ups and pull-ups again. So I'm going to push these. I'm going to treat them like a really serious exercise now, not just a prehab movement. So we're going to go heavy on them. So I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.